Welcome, I'll be reacting to Black Sails, Season 1, Episode 7. This is not a market substitute. Support the original.
Captain? Captain!
That was great sound design there. Just showing him in his own thoughts like that.
So it was bad?
Bad? It was fucking chaos.
Yeah.
John.
All this since yesterday.
I know, right? She's good.
If Mr. Silver doesn't return from the Urca, you and I may find ourselves with problems of our own.
What a day I missed.
The rest of us got to see it though. It was a good day.
What the fuck is your problem? How can you run a brothel here and not make money?
I have no fucking idea. Don't you dare leave me here. Don't you?
And
We've all got a hand in his pocket. Mapleton would tell him, but she's too busy stealing for herself.
you need to go see Calico Jack. First of all, get him out of his restraints. And next, help him run this brothel. And do it properly. I think that's where this is going.
I think it was all done in good fun.
Congratulations, Mr. Quartermaster.
Thank you.
Well, Cure Manstrota tends to make an impression.
Yeah, he definitely made an impression.
I'll be back before dark. We'll continue preparations for our departure then.
Don't wait too long.
Mate!
Randall, are you okay?
Council just voted. He's out.
Out?
What?
I raised the concern about the fire hazard a one-legged man in the galley might present.
He's going to end up as the one-legged man in the galley. In the future, as we all know. Also, I love Randall, and he needs to stand up to his frenemy, I guess you could call it. So I'm really hoping that Silver will intervene and get Randall back as the cook. Or at least like a galley assistant or something.
Setbacks such as these, they often go hand in hand with new and unexpected opportunities.
He's a thief.
I don't know what he's talking about.
But he learned it to stop Flint from murdering him.
All due respect, but he spent the last 2 days beneath a rather heavy cloud of opiates.
Of the Guthrie Fraser Naft Lawrence Consortium for the purposes of shipping and trade in the West Indies, Excelsior.
That's long.
Reginald, add to the agenda discussion of a shorter name.
Yes, please. Scott. He can help.
I did that of love.
Okay.
And with every intention of staying here with you to help you find a safer, more settled life, a life you deserve.
Oh, finally back to this plot.
There's a place not far from here. A place of great wealth, run by its crews. So she's ripe for the taking. Give me a dozen of them, and I will bring Nassau in line.
A share for every 3 men. 4 shares in all.
What happened to Billy, Captain? He thought you saw us all as expendable.
Expendable.
Then you and I have a problem. Because Billy wasn't expendable.
He was not expendable, but I still think he's alive somewhere.
He was focused on hurling unfounded accusations at me. So I'm to blame for what happened to Billy. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, you just tried to gaslight him. Again.
After the Urca has been secured, and the money warehoused before distribution, I intend to sequester a portion of it. Every soldier who's told by his commander that courage will see them through, every subject who's told by his king, everyone wins. Don't play games with me. I'm quite serious. Who loses? I'm gonna deliver them into something better.
He's like, that was a nice speech, but no,
But when it's done,
we're done.
you and I will quietly go our separate ways.
I think it's for the best.
Well, Flint finding that page on Singleton does seem awfully convenient in hindsight.
If we go tell the crew now, there's a very good chance they simply hang the cook. That would be the end of the Urca hunt.
Are you suggesting we keep this secret?
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I can think of one way.
Let him stay on as cook.
They wouldn't.
Wouldn't they?
You're a thief.
I'm a thief. Right. Well,
See, I love the fact that Randall just spits out truth no matter what. But in this case, I think John might be right. In fact, in most cases, he is. So if he gave me advice, I would probably follow it. Just because he's better with people than I am.
They'll serve you well. You were one of ours.
And I offer you a chance to be free of this place. Before he dragged you away from the sea. Before he convinced you to live here. Follow me, and I will show you what life is.
Vane is small, but he's fast.
You're done!
I don't think he is. Oh, ow. Block! Use your feet. Kick him. He's not dead. That's like every 10 minutes on this show now. He's not dead. He's not. He's coming back. People used to be really afraid of being buried alive. There were a bunch of patents filed, I think, for special signaling devices that you could use to like pull on and make noise or move a flag if you were buried and then woke up. I don't think there's much evidence that they were actually made, but it's interesting to see how obsessed, especially the Victorians, were with that happening.
He's given me exactly 5 minutes, at which point he intends to call counsel so Randall can share his story, after which our hands are clean, after which you will reproduce this page to the best of your ability. If you can do so to Mr. de Groot's satisfaction, then maybe, just maybe, he can be convinced to keep your secret for the sake of the Urca Hall.
Start memorizing.
4 minutes.
She said she would take it under advisement.
Wow.
I warned you this place would not be any different.
Scott, you've got to get your friend out.
I asked you once to get her under control. The truth is, there is no controlling her, is there?
No, there's not.
Mr. Guthrie isn't here. He's taken sanctuary on Mr. Underhill's estate.
Gone with the hobbits.
Underhill. My name's Underhill.
Underhill?
We're friends of Gandalf the Grey. Can you tell him we've arrived?
Because there is no life here. There is no joy here. There is no love here.
What are you talking about? What do you think I'm out there fighting for, if not to make all those things possible here?
To accept a pardon.
To apologize.
Oh my.
Apologize? Who will you be apologizing to?
To England!
Yeah, it's time to leave him. They don't want the same things. Obviously, there is a lot of their backstory that we haven't been told yet. But I'm really getting the feeling that however close they were earlier, they have drifted apart so far at this point. In his own mind, he's like, we're going to create a better place here. But in reality, he just wants revenge. And she has kind of let it go and is like, you know what? It's time to be practical. I'm miserable here. I just want to rejoin society. She will never get what she wants staying with him, and vice versa. They need to say goodbye, I think.
I promise to look after you day and night and give my personal guarantee should anything happen, it comes out of my share. All you have to do is change your story.
You're a thief.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I love Randall.
You're a thief.
Yes, we understand.
You're a thief.
Randall, what's gotten into you?
I am Spartacus.
6 women remained thereafter, for whom I was able to scrounge together enough money to cover their cost.
Yes.
They'll be offered a wage in my employ.
Eleanor.
What?
5 pieces. And the price we have always charged for mothering is 20 pieces, not 5.
Time to partner up with Max.
Get your fucking house in order.
In his position, what I would do is I would write down set prices for everything. And then when a client comes in, you ask what they would like, and you mark down in a ledger max for 5 or something like that as they go in. And if they wanted additional things while they were in the room, they would tell you on their way out. Problem solved. Or you could do a menu kind of a thing. Like in Pompeii, I believe they actually found some of the brothels with pictures. And so you'd just be like, I want that. And it would be a certain price. The erotic frescoes were likely advertisements, what services they might want, or what lupa they wanted to visit. They also had kind of the early equivalent of Yelp reviews because they would scratch graffiti underneath of like, that was a really good, you know what, or do not recommend, terrible. They were much more explicit than that, obviously. But human nature never changes. We always want to give pointed Yelp-like reviews. We just don't scratch them on the actual walls, it's virtual walls now. Oh, Eleanor.
Do you really think it's wise?
Why is the rum gone?
The outcome is only uncertain for those who disbelieve.
That didn't go how I thought it was going to go. I kind of like this version. They did not do the obvious. Maybe you can learn how to cook from him.
I'm forced to wonder if you didn't orchestrate this whole little drama, knowing it would corner me into securing your return to the crew.
It's possible.
You're a goddamn genius.
Well, I've been saying that for a while. I love Randall.
Mr. Gay.
The music on this show is so brilliant.
We'll have to deal with our situation as it develops. Won't we?
These two are dangerous together. I like it.
But once we have the money,
Billy was his friend too.
Flint dies. No argument.
Mm-hmm. Classic pirates. Oh my. This is getting even juicier. We're off. Finally. Yes. Black sails. Fame? I knew it. Ah ha ha ha. Now that's a captain they could follow. Khaleesi. Oh my. We have finally set off. However, the minute they take the treasure ship and kind of divvy things up, or even before then, it looks like we're going to get a crew-on-crew battle. I think most people are going to turn on Flint. He's not the easiest person to like. However, if Silver's information gets them the ship, I kind of wonder if he might side with Flint. I mean, he would probably side with whoever he thinks is going to win. Let's be honest. It's really interesting seeing him kind of paired up with Randall, who's kind of the future version of Long John Silver. I appreciate how hard Scott was working to get all those people, even if not entirely freed, unfortunately, at least in a better position. And he got his new friend out, and she'll probably be okay. In fact, she's going to be awesome with Eleanor, I feel like. I hope that we see more of her next episode. Obviously, it's a tough subject for Black Sails to tackle, and it was rampant in this time period. Now, Vane's storyline, wow. Coming out for being buried half dead and then eliminating that old captain, which means he'll have an entire crew next time. The question is, will he have a ship? And of course, he's coming for the island to take it over. So that'll be interesting. And if he gets control of that before the treasure ship, he might be able to intercept them and take the treasure back. In fact, that might be a really clever way to handle it. If I was a pirate, I would wait for these other pirates to do all the work to get the treasure. And then after the battle is basically done and their ship is probably pretty wrecked by that point after the battle, I would slide in with my perfectly fresh ship and take them out while their crew is kind of semi-scattered on board the treasure galleon. You could just sweep in and take it with none of the work. Well, some of the work. I don't think we're going to get to see that final battle though next episode. I believe it will be probably a build-up of them trying to find the Urca. And then of course rising tensions on board both vessels. All the pressure is on John now because more and more people are starting to find out that it's all on him and what he can remember. Hopefully before he goes to bed every night, he is saying the contents of the page to himself to remember it. That's what I would do. I don't think that we're going to find the Urca until the end of season 1. That's my prediction. But another great episode. This was fantastic.